Imagine a land carved by ice and fire, where stone remembers footsteps older than written history, where people smaller in number stood against empires and refused to disappear. This is the story of Scotland. Long before Scotland had a name, people were already here. Over 5,000 years ago, communities built stone villages like Skara Brae and Orkney, homes with furniture carved from rock, protected from the Atlantic winds. These weren't wandering tribes. They were settled, skilled, and resilient. Later came the Picts, fierce northern peoples who terrified Roman legions so much that Rome built Hadrian's Wall rather than conquer them. Rome reached Britain, but Scotland pushed back, and that resistance would become a pattern. By the early Middle Ages, the land was a patchwork of peoples: Picts, Gaels, Britons, and Norse settlers. Over time, these groups merged into the Kingdom of Alba, the foundation of medieval Scotland. By the 9th century, Scotland was a kingdom, independent, ruled by its own kings, shaped by clan loyalty and rugged geography. But England was growing stronger, and it wanted control. In the late 1200s, English kings attempted to dominate Scotland, installing puppet rulers and demanding obedience. Scotland answered with rebellion. Names still echo through history. William Wallace, who led a desperate uprising against overwhelming odds. Robert the Bruce, who turned defeat into defiance. In 1314, at the Battle of Bannockburn, Scottish forces crushed a much larger English army, against expectation, against empire. Scotland remained independent. For centuries, Scotland survived as a sovereign kingdom, but power politics never rested. In 1603, the crowns of Scotland and England united under one monarch. In 1707, political pressure, debt, and manipulation led to the Act of Union. Scotland lost its parliament. Independence ended, not with conquest, but with signatures. Many Scots felt betrayed, yet Scotland never vanished. Its people powered the Industrial Revolution, leading the world in engineering, shipbuilding, medicine, philosophy, and invention. The Scottish Enlightenment shaped modern democracy, economics, and science. Scotland became small in size but massive in influence. In modern times, Scotland reclaimed its voice. In 1999, the Scottish Parliament was restored after nearly 300 years. Debates over independence returned, peacefully, democratically. Scotland once again asked the question, who should decide our future? Now look at the Scottish flag, the saltire, a white diagonal cross on blue, said to represent St. Andrew, Scotland's patron saint. Legend tells that before battle, a white cross appeared in the sky, a promise of protection. Whether myth or memory, the meaning is clear: faith, identity, endurance. Scotland's story is not about conquest. It is about survival, a nation shaped by cold winds and hard choices, a people who refused erasure, even when power was taken from them. Empires rise, borders shift, parliaments fall and return, but Scotland remains. Because some nations are not held together by armies. They are held together by memory,